Imagine waking up every day with the ability to choose what truly matters to you. Think about having control over your impulses, your cravings, your desires. That constant pull for instant gratification, it is something we all deal with. But what if I told you that mastering your desires could actually set you free, give you more power, and unlock a clearer path toward your goals? Now, before you think this is impossible, stick around, because what we are about to explore is going to challenge how you look at your own desires, and more importantly, how you can control them without feeling like you're missing out. But first, hit that subscribe button, because this is only the beginning of a journey towards self-mastery. You want to miss the next steps. Now let us talk about desire. What exactly is it? Desire is a powerful force that drives us. It can be a source of motivation, but it can also be the very thing that throws us off course. Whether it is craving that extra slice of cake, the urge to scroll endlessly through social media, or the desire for material things. We all know how easy it is to get lost in that feeling. Why do these desires have so much power over us? It turns out that a large part of the battle is happening in your brain. You see, desires tap into the reward centers of your brain, releasing dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel pleasure. And once that happens, you are locked in. Your brain starts craving more of the dopamine hit, and before you know it, you are chasing after short-term pleasures, often at the expense of long-term goals. But here is the thing. Just because your brain seeks pleasure doesn't mean you have to give in every time. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how desire seems to fade once you take a step back? Think about that one time you really wanted something. Maybe it was a new gadget, a snack, or even someone's approval. Then, a few hours or days later, that feeling just disappeared, right? Here is why. Desire often thrives on immediacy. You create distance between yourself and what you want. Your mind has a chance to cool off. This is the power of delayed gratification. Take a second to think about the last time you delayed something you wanted and how it felt afterward. Drop a comment below with your experience, because we would love to know how this concept shows up in your life. The truth is, the more you practice delaying gratification, the more power you will gain over your impulses. It is like exercising a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And ironically, this is the key to getting what you truly desire in the long run. But it is not just about saying no to every craving. Be miserable. Instead, it is about understanding why you want something in the first place. When you dig deeper, you often find that many of your desires are just surface-level reactions. Maybe you want to buy something because it gives you a sense of accomplishment, or maybe you are craving that snack because it gives you comfort. But the real question is, will these things actually bring you lasting happiness, or are they just quick fixes? If this is making sense so far, give this video a thumbs up, because we are just scratching the surface here. Let us dive into the power of mindful awareness. Being mindful of your desires doesn't mean fighting them or suppressing them. In fact, trying to force yourself to stop wanting something often backfires, because resistance makes the desire even stronger. What you want to do is observe the desire without judgment. Let us say you feel the urge to buy something new, even though you know you don't need it. Instead of acting immediately, take a pause. Acknowledge that you want it, but don't label it as good or bad. Notice how it feels in your body. Where does the craving sit? In your chest. Take a breath and simply observe. The more you can sit with your desires without giving in, the less control they will have over you. Almost like watching a fire die down on its own, without throwing more fuel on it. Let me share a quick story. There was a study conducted on children where they were placed in a room with a marshmallow. The kids were told they could eat the marshmallow right away, or if they waited for 15 minutes, they would get to marshmallows. The ones who managed to wait were shown to have better life outcomes, things like higher test scores, healthier relationships, and even better finances. This was all thanks to their ability to control their desire in the moment. So here is a little challenge for you. Next time you feel a strong desire, whether it is for food, technology, or even a new purchase, practice waiting for just 5 minutes before you act. It may sound simple, but this exercise can work wonders in building your self-control over time. And by the way, if this challenge works for you, make sure to subscribe, because we are going to be diving into more practical techniques like this in future videos. Another important tool in controlling desire is reframing. Often, we think of desires as something we need to resist or avoid. But what if you could reframe your desires in a way that aligns with your long-term goals? For instance, if you desire to eat junk food but have a goal of staying healthy, you can reframe the desire as a moment of choice. Instead of feeling deprived, think of it as a decision you are making for your future self. Imagine how you will feel in a week or a month if you keep making these healthy decisions. Over time, this perspective shift can turn short-term sacrifices into long-term rewards. If you have ever tried reframing your desires, let us know how it went in the comments below. Your insight might help someone else on their journey. Now, let us bring this all together. The secret to controlling desire is not about denying yourself or suppressing your impulses. It is about becoming aware of your desires, creating space between feeling and action, and reframing those desires in a way that supports your bigger picture. Here is your action plan. Next time a desire pops up, pause. Delay the gratification and reframe the desire in a way that serves you. If you found value in this video, smash the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from controlling their own desires. This journey is about progress, not perfection. And every small step you take brings you closer to becoming the person you truly want to be. And trust me, the more you practice these techniques, the more you will realize that true freedom comes not from getting everything you want, from controlling what you desire,